Hello. I think it's live now. We're live. Welcome. This will be a little different than Team Fortress 2. We're going to do some graphic design. I'm moving some windows around real quick though. And I'm watching myself. We're figuring it out. Okay. So this is a graphic design stream. And we're having cucumber melon seltzer water for design fuel, right? So this is the thumbnail I made for it. And it's just a few, you got your banner I cropped out, screenshot that I stole from, where is it at? Let me let y'all see. This music video here, I just nabbed a screenshot from it. This is Josh and Brennan's band Heels. And they have a live stream on Ixora, local group here in Memphis. And this is where I stole their logo from. Oh, you'll have to tune in to the music video to see the full thing. Let's see, I'm still messing around with stuff, figuring out the balance of this nonsense. It's kind of a multitasking nightmare. Okay, so let's bring Photoshop back up. It's probably something where I can fix. Like making an active window that pops up. So, stole the Ixora logo, stole a Photoshop logo, stole a paper texture, and slapped it on there. You just put the multiply on the paper texture, and I cranked up the contrast on it. Cranked it up in a destructive manner and not with adjustment layers, just because it was something quick. We might update this at the end with the final product on there. So as you can see here, Josh and Brennan have their own public access show on the Ixora Facebook page. It happens once a month. And he asked me if I could make a please stand by graphic for when they take breaks or for when the show's about to come on but they haven't hit the button yet. And I thought it'd be a good excuse to try out a graphic design stream. So we'll get started. First thing, and y'all can't see it when I hit open or whatnot. We need a new file. I'll create that at 1920 by 1080. Josh is wonderful, but I contacted the producer of the show, Gil, to make sure 1920 by 1080 is best pixel resolution for these graphics. Always find out who's actually doing the technical side of things and double check with them for your specs. And let's see, y'all can't see, but I've made a folder that everything related to this project is going to go in. And so I'm going to hit oh, well, I guess I don't have to hit open since it's already up here. This shot is going to be the base for it, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to zoom in there and paste it. And I'm used to having to hit shift for things to transform in perspective, but that's old Photoshop. You don't have to do that anymore. Or proportion, that's what it is. And so we don't have to do that anymore. It's the default. I guess it's what it's always should have been. Excuse me, I'm going to zoom out here. And as you see, it's a little too wide, so we're going to have to squish them together a little bit for this to look right. And I'll probably do that with another slide. I'll just duplicate it. But where do we want Brennan? I guess we need enough space for the text. I don't want some of that highlight to stay in. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a good spot for Brennan. I'm going to hit Command J, duplicate that layer. Now let's see where's a good spot for Josh. He's got that highlight going on his hat too. And you don't want tension on your edges there. So we want his hat cut off a little bit because in this one, Brennan's cut off a little bit. But I still want a little bit of that. Oh, that's probably good. That's probably good. I'm going to see. Actually, it almost lines up. You see how the squares in the background are lining up? That might make our jobs a little easier at fooling people that this was ever trimmed. Okay, and always, of course, I don't know if y'all can see that very well. It's not bad. It's not too small. Name your layers. Brennan. Josh. Okay. Marquee tool or lasso tool? I think we're going to do lasso. And right down the middle on this one, we're going to cut this side of Brennan out. I could probably do like a mask and it'd be non-destructive and all that, but I'm okay being destructive on things as long as I have the source files. Hit delete. Deselect that, crank Josh back up to full opacity. Look at that. Can you tell? No, we can tell a little bit on some things. Let's get the eraser tool. That guy right there is giving us away. So what we're going to do is, let's soften it up. We'll just go right down this line with a softened eraser. Let's see if that makes things a little better. And some of that stuff in the background is going to get drowned out with some noise. That don't look bad. People won't be paying attention to all the subtle lighting shifts, right? Back there. We got it. Now, because of the stuff I'm going to want to do with this, I'm going to duplicate it and then merge it with Command E. Boys merged. Yeah, because I'm going to be doing some effects to this image. And Control C, I'm just going to see real quick. So that was way bigger than what I'm using. So that's always a good thing. You always want more. The most detail you can get. You want your picture to be as big as possible. And this is probably a big fib because I have a 4K monitor and I took a screenshot of it at full screen, but it's only a 1080 video. So my screen had blown up a 1920 by 1080 video on a 4K screen, and then I took a 4K screenshot of that, which means it is already stretched pixels. And then I shrunk it back down, which means I've compressed stretched pixels. And it's a screenshot from a YouTube video, which is compressed from what the original video maker, Jared Callen, created and shot from his raw, fancy, either Alexa or Red camera that was 4K or more. And so it's already gone through a lot of processing. But luckily we're going to be going for a vintage look on this, and so we're going to be doing even more video filters and effects to it. So pure original crisp imagery isn't necessarily as important, because we're going for like a processed look. Of course, if you're doing something that you do want it to look as crisp and sharp and all that as possible, do those correct things that I didn't mention, like get the original video file with or without color correction from the producer of the video or the videographer and get them to send that to you, or take a HD screenshot in their video editing program and send that to you. Probably not take a screenshot of a YouTube video. But it works for us, right? And remember, we need to save this in our Heels standby folder. What am I going to name it? Standby graphic. We're there. And we're still... It's still here. Okay. Let's look around. All right. So we got this. And now from here, we need to do some research. Let's pop this over. Whoop, that's wrong. All right, we're back. There's Brennan's beautiful face. And also a little side note to Brennan. Skip to the end of this video. I see you playing that Nintendo Switch. We need to jump in each other's Minecraft worlds. I just figured out how to do that with some other friends the other day. So what we need to do is look up, please stand by graphic. Go to images and see what we have here. See what looks cool. Of course, everybody loves the original, right? think, was it the company that owned it? Was that the reason there was a Native American on it? I'm not sure. So, I'd like to get into more of a variety and see what else is out there. Okay, you got some anime ones, and so the color bars or something. Because I figured I'd do some vintage film look, not necessarily black and white, and maybe do some of this chroma shift is the correct term for this, where you adjust the channels, you stagger them out. Chroma shift, it's that kind of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse feel. A lot of other things. When you're trying to do that vintage TV look, you always have a little bit of chroma shift on there. Let's see what all we have. That's funny. Oh, looks cool. And of course, using that original one. It's Fallout. Never played Fallout. Maybe I should one day. Who knows? But we're not. This isn't necessarily for technical difficulties. It's just for when they need to take a break or something. It won't really be illustrative. If that's the correct word. Okay. What's that? We're right there. I just found my own thumbnail in the feed. So one thing I want to do is make it have like a 16 millimeter light leak look. More of that like orange, green, yellow kind of stuff that you see happening. Let's see if there's GIFs of it that y'all can see happening. This isn't the right color. You know, you got your light leaks that are going on. Might have a version of that. I don't know if Gil wants, there could eventually be like After Effects. I don't know if GIFs work as a graphic like that. Maybe they do. Well, we're getting out of. That's fun. Something like that might be an overlay. We'll figure it out. Okay, we're here. We can hide the Josh and Brennan original. Just our boys there. What do we want to do here? Well, let's be destructive, but keep an original. Alright. Desaturate it. Noise. Well, sometimes I like doing this reduce noise filter on things. It kind of does some interesting stuff. I don't know if y'all can see it that well. Preview. You got the strength cranked up, reduce, and it removes the JPEG artifacts. Let's see if y'all can see that. There we go. You see it pop some contrast, smooth some things out. It does just a little bit of stuff to the look. I don't know, that's just one of my things I typically do with these sorts of things. And the question is if we want this background or not. Let's see what it's like. I'm using the stamp tool. If we take that debris out of the background, y'all see what's going on with that stamp tool? So you pick a different element to use and you come over, alt click, and you have to reset it every time because once you pick a spot it kind of uses that as a reference point and it'll move along with it. There's probably a setting to change that, but I just reset the reference point every time. Won't work for as much of the stuff up here. Maybe it will. And this helps, you know, resetting the anchor point. You kind of randomize where you're pulling this stuff from. So it's not as easy to see patterns and repetitions and stuff. Like there's newfangled Photoshop tools that, you know, you can do your content aware stuff and get rid of things. It's just not the same as doing it by hand, right? Not leaning. How am I doing? What's going on here? It's still on that light leak thing? So far behind. Oh. this whole time I've been doing this stuff. Bam. Photoshop hasn't been... Yeah. Thanks, Ted. That was silly of me. No, you know, it's the first time, right? We can have some technical difficulties here and there. I was wondering why it was still on the Google screen. It's like, man, it's really behind. Ugh. We got it though. Thanks, Ted. So I've been clone stamping. Nobody's been missing too much, you know. Just been doing a lot of this. I guess I can use the original as a reference for the work we've done so far. So, whoop, let me unhide it. See all that stuff we've removed? As I'm toggling the old layer and now the new one. So yeah, just been clone stamping. And I had the stream on full screen so I could see the quality, so I didn't see your comment, Ted, in a timely manner. Just messing it up, you know? Ted, are you still playing Red Dead Redemption? I'm very close to buying it. And possibly using that as a streaming thing. Okay. That one's a little crooked. Oop. Not spot healing. Why is it hitting? It's weird. Some of these new Photoshop shortcut things, you have to like figure out how to turn them off, and also I'm still learning my way around not necessarily a PC, but just Windows 10 and all of its automated things. Like, oh my gosh, to get my Wacom tablet to work was a feat, because they had this thing like if you held the pen down, it thinks you're wanting like help, so a menu would pop up, so whenever you started drawing, that would pop up. It was frustrating. I figured it out through several YouTube articles. Marty's playing it every day. I'll have to ask Marty about some pointers. Okay, so original, new. We'll probably distort that background too, so it'll hide our imperfections even more. And this one I've also desaturated some. Okay, so let's see about light leaks. So I'm going to do on black. Some big, soft color painting. Knock some of it. Whoops. Don't need guys. I don't know why that's dinging, or if y'all could even hear that dinging. Oh, of course. I forgot. It's all in one layer. So to erase on my black background, I'm going to paint black. Eyedropper. Whoop. Let's get back to orange a little. I don't know. Could be interesting. Question about Red Dead. Do I need the... what's it called? There's like Extended Edition and Ultimate Edition, and each of them go up $20? Or do I just need regular Red Dead Edition? I think I'd be fine with regular, right? I'm gonna blur this up a little. Not that much. Let's see. How's that look? Okay. So we're blurry. Let's see. Command S, save your work all the time. Never stop saving. NSS. Alright. So multiply, screen, overlay. I think I might go with overlay. Let's multiply. So overlay at like 50. So it goes from that to that, just like a little color wash. I know it's not exactly light leaks. More of a color toning or a tinting. That's fine, that's fine. So now we also want some noise. And make a new layer with some gray. And I'd like just having noise as a separate layer. That's about what I want. Do I want color noise? No. Alright. Noise on overlay. Let's see what under the color. We can do under the color. Noise. No noise. We can do 50 on that or full. We'll see as we go. We'll see as we go. Let's see here. Let's see about an adjustment layer. Okay. Layer, adjustment layer. See, something I like in After Effects is your adjustment layers can be anything. Because I was thinking of putting a blur on it. But first, let's just try, what should our graphic be, or our text? Please stand by. I do like in the Photoshop updates, you can just like click on things more. Instead of having to like select the layer, you just click directly on it. Okay. And this time I'm going to remember to undo the Google screen. So it looks like since the beginning, it makes sense since it's for video, it's been a sans serif font typeface. Sorry, font is related to the size of the letter forms. The typeface is the style. I guess it was more of a test pattern. Yeah, there's plenty of videos if we wanted to educate ourselves.
Welcome to another episode of The School Zone.
Oh God.
Right. Well, you know what? We actually
more power to you.
Here with this standby screen, there's actually a name for this thing.
This is like
called the Indian head test pattern. I think you can see the Indian head in this particular pattern.
It's all been taken over by Fallout 4 history. Okay. So, sans serif's the way to go, right? Now use this font for the thumbnail. Lemon Milk. You know, I get mostly everything from dafont.com. I haven't used the cloud fonts so much. I guess I could or should. This one seems fine. Now it is mostly one word or one line for most things. Select all, put it dead in the center, which looks off center because of Brennan's beard reaching out beyond its means. Or maybe it should be for the color. Let me grab something real quick. I'm just going to Google and grabbing color bars. Since Ronnie use them for the heels graphic. Maybe that should be the color that I use. You always gotta have reasons for things, right, folks? So I'm gonna take that off, paste these color bars. So he had them wavy and warpy, but you know, maybe we could just blur it. That could be neat. Yeah, the Y's kissing his face. Let's see what this looks like. What are both of them? Let's unblur it and just use the bars. And to cut it out, I always select all, copy paste, and delete that. So now the rest of that information isn't down there. But I guess we should blow it up a little. It's not clipped off. Blur that. We can desaturate it a little bit so Josh isn't so red. Maybe that's a ticket. I'm going to do some color shifting. And then just kind of see how the color shift just kind of rotates the colors around. Both of them don't look bad. Yeah, the Y is kissing Josh's face. Maybe we can have like a little graphic. Oh, I know. I think there's been a lot of people that have done little cartoons for them. That this might be an interesting way to use it. Also, did Gil send me an HD version? I'm going to pop over to the Heels Facebook page and see if some cartoons of them pop up. I think, you know, they've been illustrated a lot. Gosh, if y'all go to Heels HXC on Facebook and just see the sheer amount of these Heels memes. I'm looking for one. Someone drew them as cartoon goats. Josh, if you're watching, send me the cartoon goat picture. You better be watching. Right, America? Yeah, these Heels memes are like a revolution. I'll have to ask them if it's okay. But we're just testing to see how it looks right now. That one right there. We'll see. So we need to get back to something I was wanting to do originally, which is color shift, which I'm very aware of how to do it in After Effects. But in Photoshop, it's a little bit of a, so that's at 100. I'm gonna have to get out my Wacom pen. I am gonna have to cut them out, which also that'll just give us a bunch of options with their background as well. Let's see, make sure nothing explodes on the computer. Alright. So I'm duplicating this again just in case. Can we quick select it? Might not need the Wacom pen. Alright. Let's use this lasso. And the Wacom pen. And I'm going to refine these edges too. You know, maintain the softness in Brennan's beard here. His elegant locks, his elegant face locks. Josh. You might also come to realize I don't have a steady hand like some of you talented so-and-sos. Guess I could zoom in. That's what responsible people do. I need to get better at that too. And also, this stream is going to end around 7 my time because the McElroy brothers are doing a live reading of their new graphic novel that came out at 7 on their YouTube channel. And this house is obligated to tune into that. Not to be a shill for other content, but I'm gonna be. It's the Adventure Zone, Volume 3. They're doing a staged live reading on their YouTube channel that everybody should tune in for. Okay. Also, if it's not apparent yet, do sketches and have directions for your projects before you decide to live stream them to the world. And you might have not only more momentum, but clear progression with content. But people want this, right? They want a raw look into the creative process, right? Josh would say no. They want finished shit. Also, this is a cussing is okay kind of stream, if not, you know, abused or overused. Right? I even think younger ears can handle that if they learn how to use it responsibly. They might not become so flagrant with it. That's the fear, right? You don't want them using it when they're not supposed to. That's okay for now. Okay, so now we go to select and mask, and we feather these edges a little bit. I don't think anyone's watching. I think it's just me, bros. It might just be me. Look at them beautiful feathered locks. That is one of the cool newer things, is this refined mask tool. They don't always look as good as on the people that make the tutorials with them. Let's edit down Josh's Fu Manchu there. Okay. We just need to fix this little outline on his nose. And then see what that looks like. Oh. Not too bad. You can trim down beard a little bit. Well, as long as some of it's visible there, it's okay. I think we'll be forgiven a little if we feather trim some of this nonsense. So I noticed the little chunk of Josh's shirt didn't make it. You see that? Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Boys cut out. Boys background. Oof. Whoop. So 3 cutouts of the boys. Let's see here. Image. You're like watching me remember this stuff too. Channel mixer. Red. We want this to be red, so we're bringing down all those. So we got a red channel. Channel mixer. Green channel. And a blue channel. Right, folks? Red channel, green channel, or blue channel, green channel, red channel. And if you hit screen on the top 2, you get regular. But then if you shift it over some, oh, that's not what I want. Shift it over a little bit, and you get that. We don't want it to be that quite that far. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now you have Josh and Brennan chroma shifted. We go up 1, down 1. And if we want, was that destructive? It was. We go back 1, 2, 3, up, and we can make the green one our base and make the blue one 1, 2, 3. So we got a little chroma shift action happening just on them and not on the isolated background. Then the background, we could hit it with a little bit of a blur, create some more depth, and it abstracts it a little bit. What's our noise look like back on that? One thing I saw on Aaron Draplin's, he did a stream one time messing with blur, and I've liked doing it ever since, is blurring it. the noise. He did it to create like a debris kind of look. And you can go and do it back on top of it or keep on crunching it. Maybe I'll do that. Instead of noise, it's more of a debris. Right now we're getting kind of a fractal noise kind of vibe. So we can keep crunching. Let's way crunch it then, if that's what we're gonna do. Blur it. We're just going crazy with distortion. We can do black specks or white specks, which I guess that'd be more TV noise. Than black. Select the mask. What would be the best way to see this? Okay, there we go. Hit OK. Delete. Deselect. Could be interesting. Now we can put one behind them. Rotate this around so it's different. We can go towards creating more depth of things. And then, of course, all this is going to be crunched into a Facebook live stream, so it might not matter that much. Snow blurred. Snow. We're gonna have to make a new noise one. Does that make as much sense now? Should we get some red in there? Filter, we can make it wavy. That's not what we want. Y'all see what I'm messing with there? It is now time to do some content awareing. Let's see how it works out. Alright, can we completely remove Brennan just with content aware? Looks like we can get pretty close. This is new. This content aware stuff. Okay. Brennan's gone. That's the first time I've seen that content aware interface. Let me take Josh. Content aware. Okay, now Josh is gone. There's some imperfections in there, but this is, you know, hiding those. Let's try this noise again. Posterizing it gives it a little bit of a, almost like a pixel art look. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it at all. I don't know. Maybe I do. Did posterize just on the same white tone tab I'm messing with my selection. Oh, for some reason things stay like highlighted. Can we bring that down some? That looks okay noise-wise. Y'all are getting a crunchy version of it. Very crunchy. Stop. That's why. That's one thing we can use for our snow is block inverse. No. Nuts. Used to be able to. There we go. I want to move the selections around. Alright, let's do this again. Need to rasterize our text. So we'll duplicate it, keep the original, rasterize type, reselect our snow, sort of, inverse select it. And then over on here, hit the delete key. Oh wait, yeah, that will work because there's just white snow behind it. Now I hit the delete key. Delete key. what we're doing is cutting little noise holes in our letters. You can see that. Now it's not so perfect anymore. Interesting. Let's make that background a bit darker. And on each one of our color layers, 220, do uniform brightening. So it went from that to that, a little more poppy. Let's see. J. Because now let's paint bucket. Again, probably a quicker way to do this. Make it an actual sticker, maybe? Hmm. That doesn't fit what we're going for. I guess, it could be. Maybe it's Ronnie's thing. And you know what we can do? can't. We can move Brennan back. Can we get away with this not being exactly center? Can I add filter to this while it's going on? How's that look? You can actually see a little bit. It's a little better. Can't see the details as much, but you know. Something. But yeah, a lot of different noise and whatnot. Didn't really use the stickers. You can see what a paper texture looks like on top of all of it. You want to see? No, it doesn't really do anything. It's too dark. Or is it? Mm-hmm. Maybe look good as the background. This is interesting. It's not exactly. Maybe it was a free stock photo, but it's distorted enough where it's fair use, right? It's fair use if it's distorted enough. Talking to myself. It's fine. Let's see what the peanut gallery thinks. And we'll bust them out. Asking Josh how it looks. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock? What Nim? Psst, psst. Oh, Nim. The cat fell off the desk. Mm-hmm. J over the noise. 50%. So I double that layer and put it at half opacity. Knocks the edge off that noise a little bit, but without it not matching as much. Okay. Save your work. I'm looking at it compressed. Should it be more radical? More abstracted? Josh is a fan, he says. What if on please stand by there's a little glow going on? I wish you could tell it to follow the text. It just comes from the core. So what we'd have to do is duplicate blur bit of a glow coming off of that thing. Should we do a vignette around? Where's rounded? Oh yeah, they got that. Well, it'll probably work. Select and mask. Overlay. Hit OK. Delete. Deselect. You'll see that? We'll vignette, close everything in, and then we put the glow over it. I don't think screen would change anything. No. Vignette. Not a crazy strong vignette. It's something. You could have a little more uniformity and so on and so forth. But for just a little experimental take on messing with stuff, it ain't bad. Save your work, folks. Yeah. Well, I think we'll stop it there and tune in, I don't know, some point when Heels TV is. Let's see. If Josh stayed in the chat, he could tell us. July 23rd at 8 p.m. on the Ixora Facebook page. You're gonna have episode 3 of Heels TV, Vacation Paradise. But yeah, this has been different than Team Fortress 2. Maybe we'll do some more stuff in the future. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for watching. Those of you that did. See y'all next time. Most likely Team Fortress next time.